Hey guys, a little update. I know I said I was going to be restoring my CB700 Nighthawk. Give you a little update on it. I basically tore it apart so far. I'm not completely tearing it down because it runs great. It rides great. I'm going to redo the front suspension. Just make it a little stiffer for myself and make it handle a little more up to date. It's got new tires on it already. The previous owner did quite a bit to it, but he wasn't a body man or anything, but he did paint the exhaust. The exhaust looks decent. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to take it off and redo it again, make it look perfect or not. Other than that, definitely going to redo all the plastics, paint. I have a brand new set of decals that I'll show you, all that kind of stuff here. We'll go from there. Let me flip the phone around and I'll show you where I'm at and what I'm doing, talk about it a little bit, and hope you guys enjoy it. So here she sits right now. Apologize for saying all the time because I'm trying to think of what to say. But anyway, so obviously it's a 1985 Honda Nighthawk 700SC. So the 700 was made for just a couple years because Honda and all the other manufacturers too didn't have to put catalytic converters and stuff like that on their bikes as long as they were under 750 cc's. So they started making the 700 for a few years. So it's kind of a rare deal. And when I was a teenager, I loved the Nighthawk, the blue and black one. Loved it. Wanted one super bad. And obviously the VFR Interceptor, the 750 from back in 83, 84 era too. I'd like to try and find one of them next to restore. But anyway, this one's had a few things done. It's got brand new tires on it. Like I said, the previous owner redid the exhaust pipes, and they look decent. If you look really close, there's still a few sand scratches and stuff in them, so I might redo them just to make them a little better. You get up close here on the engine, some of the aluminum could use some polish. I'm going to do that, like the heads and stuff, get them polished back up shiny. You can see he polished the outer carb. The inner carb's kind of corroded, so kind of get them polished up so they all look good. The frame is like brand new on this thing. There's no chips or anything. It just needs good cleaning. Dash is nice. Might need to try and polish up the clear lenses over the gauges. They're got a little bit of a dull haze, but everything works good. The whole works. I'm trying to find the button that goes on top of the turn signal thing there. That's the only thing that's missing on this bike. Everything works, but that's missing. The mirrors, I might try to find some different mirrors for it. These are aftermarket anyway, and they're really loose, flimsy, cheap mirrors. Other than that, it's got the turn signals are all on it, mint shape. The lights are all here in really nice shape. I mean, the bike's really nice shape. So we go over here, and I'm going to start out with the first thing we're going to do is I've got a brand new clutch kit for it. Springs, gasket, the whole works, all the plates. The reason I'm redoing the clutch is like every typical Honda 4-cylinder, they have a power band hit. My CBR 1000's the same way. In that 7,000 to 9,000 RPM range, the power hits really hard and almost like a two-stroke from back in the day. This bike's no different. The clutch, you could tell when it got to about 8,500 RPMs, would start to slip. Now, it wouldn't like rev way out, but you could tell it was slipping and revving up more than it should, faster than what the bike was moving. So that's why I'm going to replace the clutch completely. Just make sure that's done. I'm going to redo the forks, put a little heavier springs in them, progressive rate springs, so it'll still ride soft down the road, but if I do ride it in some twisties, get on a little harder, they'll hold up to me and my weight. And this bike handles really well. I mean, it was way ahead of its time. So, nice handling bike. I'll go back over here. And you can see the front fairing piece here. The decals are a little different on it. And you can see that when you look at my thumbnail too. This is off of an 84. They had a little bit different color scheme on the decals. My bike's an 85. So the color scheme of my bike is just like the side panels here. And now you can see like that when I show it to you like that. That one's got light blue. This one's got silver around it. So, or it's supposed to be white and it's got faded. I'm not sure what it is. I've got the new decals sitting back there. I'll show you in a minute. But anyway, we'll get all them the way they're supposed to be, all matching. We're going to redo all the parts that are painted here. They've got a couple of the parts have bomber can paint job on them. The fender is really notorious. You can see it when I show you up close. They just painted over everything, fish-eyed it, scratches, whatever. So we're going to sand that out, make it really nice. There's a few cracks in the plastics that I'm going to repair. See a chunk out there, chunk out there. There's an old repair job in here that's kind of sloppy, which really doesn't show there. When you look at the front of it, if you get down and look at it, yeah, there's slop there too. So we'll get that all fixed up nice. Make it look perfect. Like I said, we're going to restore it completely. The windshield's not bad. Just take a little bit of a headlight, nice bird turd on there. But anyway, take some headlight polish to it and kind of try to get the little haze out of it. The side panels are actually pretty nice. This one's got some stress cracks in it right here that I'll fix. And then it'll be covered by the new decals, obviously. Previous owner had the seat redone, and he actually put a Honda seat cover on it, so it's all original. So, I mean, it's nice. The tail piece here, the grab bar, kind of chipped up. That'll be repainted. When you look here, there's a pretty good scratch in it there, or that's actually the crack. So that's a crack there, so I'll fix that, get it perfect. And then we'll get all the new decals on and stuff. You can see the decals are peeling. So we'll basically make it show quality. And what I'm going to do is, like I said, I've got these brand new decals here. Complete set of all the original blue and silver decals, and like the fuel decal and a couple of the warning labels. And then I've got a set of decals here that are all the rest of the warranty labels, the emission labels, everything to completely put this bike back to the way it was originally from the factory. So that'll be pretty cool. The plan on the paint is I'm going to spray it. It originally had single stage black and then had the decals put on, and that was it. Got sent out the door. I'm actually going to do base clear. I'm going to spray the base black, spray 2 coats of clear on it, maybe 3, depending on how they cover and stuff. On these smaller parts with all these different nooks and crannies and crevices, I'll probably do first coat pretty light, so then I'll do 2 more decent coats, just so it sticks and doesn't run. Then I'll let them dry for a couple days, sand them with 1000 grit, get them all scuffed down again with 1000 grit and a gray Scotch-Brite and stuff like that, get them scuffed down. Plus they'll be fresh enough that all their clears should bite in good. But then after I get them scuffed down, I'll install all the new decals. Once the decals are installed, I'll spray an adhesive, or not an adhesive, but a decal adhesion promoter for the clear. And then I'll spray 3 to 4 more coats of clear, and then I'll cut it with like 2500 grit, buff it out to a glass finish, and put the bike back together. And that's the way it'll be. It'll be much more durable. It'll look way nicer. The decals will not chip or fade. It'll actually turn out really, really nice. And then I'll have a nice old bike to take to shows and just cruise around on. This bike cruising around on it has got a ton of attention already before I took it apart, just because you don't see them. I mean, and they were pretty popular back in the 80s. So that's where we're at, and I'll keep you posted as we go along. I was going to do a video on fork rebuild when I rebuilt the forks on my Honda CBR. The video didn't turn out quite as good as we wanted it to, so we're going to try again when I redo the forks on the Aprilia. So fork rebuilding will come too. Trailer's coming along. Probably get that posted up, the progress in that, in the next day or two also. Hope you guys enjoy. Adopt, don't shop. And we'll catch you on the flip side.